Today on Drawbli.
We are looking at the art of Skyfire.
Hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm Abby.
And we're self-taught artists documenting our drawing adventures because art is so much better when shared with friends.
So click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And let's get in and take a look at the art of Skyfire. So, in particular, the thing that I really love about this person's art is it's kind of, a more traditional anime style. However, it has more of a painterly quality. So some of these you'll notice some lines on, and a lot of the lines are like kind of messy, but it gives it a bit of charm. And then a lot of these you'll notice don't have any lines at all as we continue through here.
Ooh, I love this active scene.
I love their use of color, I love their use of value, and I love their storytelling. They also have if you take a look at their edges, this really nice quality to them. Like, look at the separation between lights and darks and take a look at those edges. That transitional color is so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it really adds a layer to the colors that they use in their art.
And it is subtle, but it is so pleasant to see it.
So, a little...
That cat.
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of really fun kind of mundane scenes in these artworks as well. And I know Abby loves painting the mundane.
I do. I love just little moments that feel captured in time that wouldn't be typically modeled and set.
Yeah, it's not like a studio lighting and intentional. It's kind of like a candid photo almost. And a lot of these kind of have that vibe as well. Obviously a little Spy X Family fan art, because who doesn't love Spy X Family? But then a lot of these really colorful scenes, this isn't like a super saturated image, but I don't really even know how to describe their use of colors. It's just really harmonized, and it feels really good.
Yeah, everything about this is very cohesive and nice. There's nothing jarring about this image. It's overall feels pretty desaturated, except for maybe a little more saturation in the girl's face there to draw focus.
I really like, in terms of composition with this image as well, how there's this right in front of the character, this big period of rest with that sky that helps draw focus to her.
Yeah, that's a good thing to notice too, is when does an artist choose to create rest? Let's see if we can spot it in the next one.
Where's the rest, Abby?
Top right.
Top right.
And honestly, bottom left a little bit too. We've got a lot more of a simplified portion of the buildings and background, but this is so fun. This little girl's so cute.
And she's flying. Look at the bottom of the tires, this really stylized water. It's, riding through the rain or something.
Man, artists make such choices every day, and some of them just blow my mind of what made you think to do that? That's so cool.
But it's so subtle. It's like a saturated, well, it's not super saturated, but it stands out, but at the same time, it's not hugely eye-catching. They have a really powerful way to do that. And then obviously, I think drawing water, especially at this level, is very difficult, and this is super cool.
Because that feels very much like every droplet feels very, very hand-drawn. It doesn't feel at all like a stamp here, except maybe to the right and left edges, we have maybe more of a splatter stamp there, but each of these droplets looks super thought out and carefully designed and done. That's awesome.
And then it is, if you take a look, very painterly. There's not a lot of sketching or lines going on with this image.
And what I like about slowing down to look at this one is on a first pass, I feel like I wouldn't have noticed that the idea is she's just wiped the water off of her face screen and is splashing it off of her hand. I just feel like I wouldn't have picked up on that initially, but now that I'm looking, I see it because the edges of her mask are a little bit more opaque.
A beautiful environment. Very Loesch vibe to me.
Oh, yeah.
Because Loesch loves 1, fish, 2, being underwater, and 3, small character, big scene, big environment.
Yes.
Very Loesch.
Very Loesch to us.
And then this character is a reoccurring character that you will see a few times here.
The clothing is super fun here, and the sandals. Look at all the work that goes into that kind of detail, because that's actually a lot of clothing detail. And a big hat.
I would love to, once we get a little more experienced, take a little course or lesson in creating original outfits and like drawing inspiration from things. Rhino Tuna has a really strong way of taking like a lamp, and he's like, I'm gonna turn this lamp into an outfit, and I'm like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
That's something I would love to. And obviously he's done it a million times, practiced it a ton, so I would love to, once we get a little more experience, do something like that.
I love the way they do their hair. I just was the other day trying to like make hair out of nothing, just kind of from my own mind, and it did not go that well. No.
What do you like about their hair?
I think I still get what the hair is trying to do here,
but it's very simplified,
without it needing to be detailed. Yeah, but
it's not still overdone.
But it's still very pretty to look at.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a hard balance to strike. Creating something that reads well without taking it too far to become messy. And I feel like I am just now getting to a place where I'm really starting to control my messiness and make things more readable.
Yeah, I am not. I feel like I lean a little bit still too much into a lot of messiness.
I lean into the messy as well. Not always intentionally, but I do like a little messy because it adds some visual interest.
Oh, we got food. Let's look at the food.
We gotta look at the food.
Yes, this is a picture about food, and there's people in it too, but the food is the main focus.
No one cares about the people. We care about the food. I don't know what it is about anime food, but anime food always looks amazing.
Yes, everything looks so like much more thought out too and careful than like an American meal might look, you know?
So rude. Towards Americans.
Yeah.
Gosh, their color palettes are just so insanely good. Like, it's just not like... I feel like I would have chose something so different from what they're choosing here, which is why I find it so interesting. Where I'm like, oh man, I would have like hyper saturated so much of this and overdone it. But seeing how other artists kind of think and work, it's one, so inspiring, but two, like, to just slow down and look at it all is so helpful and informative.
Yeah, this is such a fun image too. I just, it would never occur to me in a million years to this idea,
it's the
an
mundane,
image.
Abby.
I mean, I'm sure that's something that this artist has seen and like can create based on images they've seen, but it's still amazing.
Yeah, I wonder how much of this is based like on this, if there's like a reference photo that they have of this little environment, like something similar to this. I'd love to see kind of what they pull from, or if it's like whole cloth or jumbled together from a bunch of different references.
Yeah, like how do you choose to simplify? Because you know these images would, as a photograph, would be far more complex than what we're seeing here. So I love to see how people choose to make things simple.
Yeah, they did have some fan arts in here, but I tried not to pull too many fan arts. I tried to take more of the original artworks from them. So some of these might be fan arts, like
of things we don't know about.
Yeah, like this. If this is an original character, it's super cool and interesting.
Yeah,
such a fun costume and design environment.
I like the foot covers too. Those are really cool.
I like that they're an artist witch, and they have this long magic wand / pencil that they're using.
Oh yeah.
This is the Apple Pencil Plus. It's 3 feet long, and you're going to hate it.
I like all the little cups with straps too. I think this artist has drawn a few of those, and I think they're really cute. Ooh, and we need to get those here.
We do. I don't think I've ever seen a cup with a strap, but I would love a cup with a strap.
Yeah.
They also love drawing scooters / mopeds, bikes, etc.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of like that type of transportation in the US, I would say.
We don't have as many like condensed cities where it's convenient. We all kind of like go back out to the suburbs, and our highways are just so huge that I feel like people would be a little bit more scared to ride something like that regularly.
Not a bicycle, for sure.
Like I just live 10 minutes from where I work, but I still would be
you could not ride a bike to where you work.
Definitely not a bike, and even a moped would feel terrifying on the bigger highway. I'm only on a highway briefly, but it's the only route in.
Yeah, there's people. It is the only way there, and there are people going like 70 miles per hour. You would die.
I'll just have to romanticize like the Ford F-150 pickup trucks and try to make those look fun.
Yeah. Giant gas guzzling truck
Which maybe makes sense for way out and where people use them. But you see them so often as people's primary like vehicle of just like commuting, and it's a little funny to me. But I can't really talk because I drive a Subaru Outback, which is a little bit bigger than what I need now, but it's a holdover from when I did need something like that, because I was young and I moved sometimes, and it was nice to be able to move my own stuff and buy furniture and be able to transport it myself.
This is my goal for creating color sketches.
This is cool.
So there's not a ton of lines here, and I feel like the lines are almost put on top to help create an outline in some areas. A lot of this is like, if you take a look at the eyes, there's no real lines around there's like a couple lines for the mouth and nose, but not around the eyes. Like, it's all just kind of painted on top, and I love that. Mm-hmm. I love that style, and I love the execution here. Mm-hmm. There's just so much beautiful stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love these poses too. I love all the action we're seeing. What are they? It looks like they're holding straps for drinks. They just don't currently have the cups right now in them.
They're waiting on their orders. Look, 61 and 62. The order is coming.
That's probably a good point.
Boba tea order coming in hot.
Yeah. Huh, that's so interesting. So
Taiwan office ladies love boba tea.
Maybe
that's what I've learned.
That's what I'm getting from this. We don't live there, but this artist is here to tell us that Taiwan office ladies love mopeds and straps for their drinks and bubble tea.
And if you love boba tea, straps for your mopeds, that's not right. Anyway, click that like and subscribe button, and you won't miss future artist adventures.
And share your artwork on Instagram with #Drawbli, because drawing is better with friends.
And this is the part where we say
goodbye.
Goomba. Abby, let's get a strap for some boba tea.
Yeah, if we can't get mopeds, we can at least get straps for our to-go drinks. That way when we go to Starbucks and sit there with them the whole time,
we'll have straps.
Don't
want to drop your drink.
For when it sits on the table.